It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A driver is still on the run after a dangerous police pursuit across Newcastle overnight. Just after 2 a.m, a Mazda 3 was pursued twice, travelling well over the speed limit through New Lambton, Adamstown and Cooks Hill. Police attempted to stop the vehicle, but the pursuit was terminated after the car ran a red light. The car was found in a cul-de-sac at Adamstown, but when the driver saw police, he reversed into the police car and sped off. A senior Port Stephens police officer remains off work after being brutally bashed at Shoal Bay. Officers were patrolling Shoal Bay Road on Friday night when they noticed a man talking to a woman, but when the 54-year-old police sergeant approached to speak to the man about his behaviour, it's alleged he became aggressive and punched the officer in the head. Sergeant Dave Rose says another officer came to help his colleague.
And during this time, it's believed another unknown male became involved and allegedly kicked the sergeant in the head whilst he was on the ground and then fled the area. With the assistance of nearby security officers, a 19-year-old man was arrested and he was taken to Raymond Terrace Police Station. He was charged with assault police officer occasioning actual bodily harm and resist arrest.
The sergeant was treated for concussion and an arm injury in the Mater Hospital. The other officer wasn't injured. Charlestown MP Jody Harrison is again calling on the state government to address the hazardous traffic issues along Hillsborough Road. Hillsborough residents are struggling to merge with traffic safely onto the main road, with cars at a standstill for almost 20 minutes at a time, making drivers late for work. Jody Harrison says action is needed.
I've been raising this issue in the Parliament on numerous occasions ever since I was elected at the end of 2014. The government's well and truly aware that there's traffic studies underway. I think that the government should be pushing for those traffic studies to be released. They know that they're in existence. They've heard my call on multiple occasions for them to be released, and it's about time they released them and started funding capital works that need to be provided to make Hillsborough Road safe.
The offer of a $15 million carrot could just be the tipping point for Dungog councillors to approve a voluntary merger with Port Stephens. However, there's no guarantee the state funding will be put back on the table, although Deputy Premier John Barilaro says he'll go into bat for council if they decide to merge. Councillors will again vote on the issue tomorrow night, just 2 weeks after they decided against the move. It's believed a fire which caused major damage to a house at Waratah was deliberately lit. Fire crews arrived in Ada Street just after 6 yesterday morning to find flames through the roof of the single-storey brick cottage. No one was at home at the time. Forensic officers are investigating how the fire started. A new brochure on mental health will soon be released around Singleton to provide the community with much-needed health services information. Produced by Singleton Mental Health Forum, Council and One Door, the brochure points out the need for people to update their nominated carers every year. Natalie Zadnitsky from Council says the brochure will be widely available.
The brochure will be accessible around Singleton and around the local area in all clinics and hospitals. It'll be available at Council. It'll be put online as well.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
It was a real captain's performance from Sione Matautia as he crossed for 2 tries in the Knights' 34-20 win over the Raiders yesterday. A stunning solo run and try in the first half put the Knights ahead and was the highlight of the afternoon for Sione. And he says it's just the reward for his side's hard work.
I guess the belief is always there. The boys turn up every week. The past few weeks where we've conceded a few losses, and they come to training always willing to learn and always eager to do better. And the belief was never left. It was always there. It was just the minor things during the game where we need to execute properly to get us over the line to win.
Broadmeadow bounced back from last week's horror loss to Maitland with a big 5-1 win over the Jets youth in NPL action on Saturday. Doubles to former Jets men James Virgili and Cale Bradbury secured Magic's 3rd win of the season. Hamilton remain in second spot after a 30-15 win over Nelson Bay at home in Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union. Bryce Madden scored twice for the Hawks. And Maitland have been whacked by Curry in Newcastle Rugby League at the weekend, going down 40-4. Experienced duo Time Donikau and Terence Siu were the standouts for the Bulldogs. And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 21, 1, 40, 30, 16 and 35. And the supplementaries are 7 and 2. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.